What's fun, fast, and a little different? Did you know that scooters were made in LA? How low can your ruckus go? Kickstands up, hit it.
iKuztom, America's sexiest custom bikes.
I'm CC Bobber, and this is iKuztom. Well, we all know where babies come from, right? Well, today we're going to show you where roads come from. In a little unknown part of Los Angeles lies a hidden rock quarry. This is what makes road racing possible. This is where they manufacture the stuff that we ride on. While we were there on this secret mission, we stumbled across something very unusual. Small, colorful little motorcycles called rucksters. They start out as a scooter, but are chopped, raked, and customized into these very cool creatures. We simply had to find out more about this. Come on in, we'll show you.
Rucksters Customs.
It's fun.
It's more user-friendly. I'd never rode a motorcycle before. I don't know how to ride a motorcycle. And when I rode one of these, it was fun. Just straight up fun.
Rucksters.
That's different.
I've never experienced a bike scene before. I've always felt safer in a car.
They kind of look similar, but if you actually sat there and look at all of them, they're all different because they're all handcrafted work.
What is your flavor?
Rucks rocks.
Rucks rocks.
Fun is the one thing we preach here.
Yeah. This is fun.
Can you ask me that question again?
It's always about going to eat.
It's a community of people alike that get together and just go riding and feel that wind. And you know.
This is fresh. This is inviting.
165 riders.
This is really big in Japan.
This right here is more than fun. Therapy on two wheels, that's what it is.
It's nothing but love.
The ability to customize the bikes is what people really fall in love with it. So
Being on something like this, it's really different.
let's ride.
When we get out in the streets, everybody's looking at us.
I mean, people take pictures of us.
We stretch them out, we drop them, we make them look low and mean. No, it's not gonna look like a scooter. It's not gonna look like anything you've ever seen before. We grab all the attention everywhere we go.
Oh man, the scooters, now that's the first time I ever saw scooters like that. If I could get on one and won't make it look like make it look small, I will get one. And I think they're awesome.
Yeah, the ruckuses, I love those. I love those, man. Those are real cool, you know.
You get all these new guys out here to doing something different. Now that's different. I've never seen anything like that before. That's different.
Yeah. The customization that goes involved into those is crazy.
That's off the hook.
I'm off the hook.
This is the original Game Over battery box here. Tony had built this bike in March of 2008. Tony at the time was riding a 750 Gixxer, so he was like, why would I want a 50cc scooter, you know? He had no idea what he was doing. He bought the Ruckus because a couple of his buddies had bought one. And
I'm inspired by the old school hot rods, the rat rods back in the days when everything was just basic, bare-boned, simple.
what Tony did, he really created something that was for the people they can relate to. That's a hot rod, you know, on a Japanese scooter, if anything. And people ate it up, man, you know. He brought it back to our shop at the time and started chopping it up, tearing it apart. And as he was doing it, each step of the process, he was posting the pictures up. The guys were totally digging what he was doing at the time. We had a grand opening party and everybody came to see this new bike. Immediately after, we got a phone call from a guy in Guam offering to buy this bike.
Hey there, girl, I think I wanna finally hit on you.
Today we're going to be picking up a brand new 2011 Honda Ruckus from Temple City Power Sports, and they sponsored us a whole new Ruckus for this resurrection, this whole new project for Game Over. And so we're very thankful for Temple City Power Sports there.
It started in 2003. The first Honda Zoomer was built and released in Japan, and from there it just took off and exploded. Here in the US, it's still a subculture, very underground. And San Gabriel Valley, the SGV is the hub of the scene. And what we're trying to do is take this mainstream and take it out to the public. Everybody loves what we're doing. Everybody loves looking at these things, and they just trip out on it.
Here it is. Here it is. This is what we're gonna be hacking up. Check this bike out, America. We're about to pimp this bike out.
This is game over. It's gonna be game over.
Chop it up and rebuild this.
What we do, man. Yeah, this little peephole right here, it's gonna be a big, gigantic, ginormous peephole when I'm done with it.
Game over.
Floorboard gotta go. We gotta make it bare metal. This is the way we roll. This Rux is gonna rock you, LA.
We got some secret plans.
Game over!
Game over, baby.
Game over.
All right, gentlemen, let's see what you guys can do.
Thank you. We'll be back and we'll show you. I can barely hear it. It sounds a little sissy, so we're gonna beat this up and make it sound like a man bike.
Coming up, does size matter? And tearing it apart.
iKuztom.
In our scientific research, we wanted to know, does size really matter? We found out that small, low, and stretched is indeed very hot.
I am Leslie Kendall. I am the curator of the Peterson Automotive Museum in Los Angeles. Right now, the Peterson Museum has an exhibition on scooters called Scooters, Size Doesn't Always Matter. What we do is we're tracing the development of scooters from almost the turn of the 20th century right on up to the present time and indeed into the future. A lot of people don't know that Los Angeles was a major scooter building hub in the 1930s, 40s, and a little bit into the 50s. We have about 100 scooters in this collection, and they speak to every possible variation. Among the extremes that we have to offer are the world's largest scooter, which is 13 feet long, actually longer than a Mini, the world's smallest scooter, which can fit into a suitcase. We actually have the only scooter that was ever offered as optional equipment for a car. When we were researching the exhibit, we know that we wanted to include a modern-day customized vehicle, and Ruxter was a natural.
Wow, I can't believe I'm here.
Because they do to scooters what Orange County Choppers does to motorcycles.
We represent the future of scooters.
It seems like human beings can't help but want to express their creative side, want to put their creative energies into something that they can get out there and ride around on, and scooters are no exception.
Check this bike out, America. We're about to pimp this bike out. A lot of the fabrication, Tony and I, we sit down and we make things up as we go along, play by ear.
We're trying to change things up and just play with different color combos and see what we can do with it.
Everything we do here, we're always learning and always innovating.
We incorporate things, so we take things like a Fox shock for a mountain bike. It doesn't fit onto the scooter, so what we do is we customize everything to make everything fit. So what we do is we take like a Gixxer 600 pipe for a real motorcycle. We buy the whole system. Our fastest bike right now moves about 80 miles an hour. ATV wheels, and say, hey, how we're gonna put this in here. So we'll make custom hubs for that. All the parts are CNC cut, so it's very precise. Our main concern when we build the bikes is definitely safety and the cool factor.
She and I right here, my assistant, we're gonna tear down this bike and get it ready for a makeover. Oh, behind you, brother. Seats coming on. We won't be using that. We'll show some metal, show some skin under these babies. Our mission is to just show the bare frame. In the corner, we've got stuff that we're never gonna ever use. Whatever's coming back is gonna be our part anyways, so these parts are pretty much irrelevant after this stage. This is always the easy part, disassembly. This part we're gonna use. This part we will use. The only thing we're gonna be using is the mainframe and the battery box.
This is the useless pile. Junk pile we are not gonna use.
This is where all our work starts from, right here, this mainframe. World record, 3 minutes.
iKuztom.
Started out with a 6061 piece of aluminum. Yeah, it doesn't look like much now, but once it's on the Ruckster, it's gonna be a lot of fun. The whole goal is to make it lighter so it can perform better. All right, we have a vertical machining center.
That's hot.
12,000 RPM.
Wow.
It rapids at 1,500 inches a minute.
That's unbelievable.
It has advanced look ahead, so it digests the program quickly
I like it.
and creates smooth surfaces.
Oh, damn.
It utilizes a complex computer
That's dope.
to analyze the curves that are necessary to machine the part. There's a big misconception in machining. People think that, you know, you have a machine and you push a button. That's not necessarily true.
That's fresh.
First, you gotta plan it.
Wow.
You gotta program it.
That's badass.
You gotta tool it.
That's crazy.
You gotta set it up.
That's unbelievable.
It does require skill and training to operate the machine.
That's tight.
What makes a good part is a good programmer.
Word.
On most of our builds, I like to take away where other people are trying to add stuff to make it look better. I'm always trying to simplify things. I like to get a rolling chassis and then I can see what kind of lines I'm looking for. As far as just looking at it in this form, I can't get too many ideas. I like to put it all mocked up, maybe draw something out, look for some kind of inspiration. So there you have it.
I'm a motorbike rider and I ride real fast.
Yeah, this is customizing. And a lot of customizations is trial by error. I grew up around race shops and guys who built custom drag cars, and they use this machine constantly to make roll cages and bend anything that they wanted to. I've always wanted to try it, and here's my chance.
Coming up, laughing with Lexi and making it bigger.
A custom bike builder parks his chopper outside of a biker bar, and the bike looks just like a pirate ship. He walks into the bar, and the barkeep notices this pirate biker has a large ship's wheel protruding from his fly. The pirate orders a drink, and the bartender asks, "So, mate, what's with the wheel there? What's that for? Doesn't it bother you?" The pirate biker says, "Arr, it's driving me nuts."
There she is driving me nuts. Let's see how the new Game Over is coming along, shall we?
Takes a lot of programming skills to get this hope that precise. So hopefully the guy did a good job. We'll see right now. So far, so good. So right now what I'm trying to do is get a feel for where I'm gonna be mounting the engine and how stretched out I want it to be. On this particular build, I want something low and stretched. So this bike's gonna include everything that we've learned in the past 3 years.
And the kitchen sink. 32 millimeter, 28 millimeter. What I do is I put this up against it, hold it down, kind of make a cut in here, make a line inside, so I'll have the line on the other side, then I'll know how much to cut out of this. Bigger is better, right? We're always trying to get big here. It's gonna be a lot of torque coming out of this motor. This is no magic, no trick. This is just what I've learned through the years of doing this. See? I'm gonna get that in there. To line it up straight, I want to run some studs in there. Mark it. Voila! This is the material that I'll be shaving off of this hole. Start opening in the inside up so you don't have too much taper. Now you have all three pieces, all the same size.
For me, I like my lines a little bit slanted, a little bit lower front, so that my line gradually goes up. And it carries throughout the whole body back to the motor. I'm mocking this up is to see how my seat pan's gonna sit. I think it's a little too high in the rear. Okay, that's more like it. So I did the seat pan first, gave it a little curve, all done by hand. I had no machines here to roll this, and we're gonna test this out right now. And I actually spent a lot of time thinking about it, like what's gonna cause it from not collapsing. You can see the spring working as it should. I don't know about comfort until we get this thing on the road. I went to college at Cal Poly Pomona, and they have this very nice building where straight up on the tips of it, it's kind of a triangle and it goes straight down. But throughout the whole building, there's just these nice lines and everything just flows on it. I looked at that and I wanted to incorporate those lines kind of onto the bike. So when I'm building, I'm really looking at lines. I have to connect the motor to the frame to make it act as one unit. Keep bending these tabs to contour to the casing. So there's gonna be a lot of bends.
A really long time later.
All right, so here I got something that I think might work. I have no real way of testing this. All the R&D is gonna be done when this bike is completed. So if something breaks, at least it's on my bike and it's my injury and it's my responsibility, so.
A lot of time later.
So I got about 12 hours into this frame on the bodywork alone. I like to use kitty hair. It's stronger than Bondo by itself, and I like to use that as an undercoat. We're almost done. We're at its final leg.
Coming up, curve appreciation, and will it ever start?
iKuztom.
Oh, you straight shooters out there, are you ready for some curve appreciation? Hold on to your handlebars.
iKuztom.
Oh boy, I'm all twisted now. Is it game over time yet? Let's go find out.
Putting the finishing touches on this. Probably got about another 10 minutes. After we button this up, we're gonna be heading to Temple City Power Sports to do an unveiling. And hopefully there's a pretty good turnout, and hopefully they like what we did. We're finished. As you see, it's completed. Now all we gotta do is wipe it down, make it look nice and shiny.
I love it.
Whoa! I think it's a little low, huh? It's low. One, two, break. Yep.
Up. Start button's not wired up yet. Yeah. Plug this into that, and then you're done.
Let's go. Everybody just start screaming. Ah!
Oh, it's always something with the wiring. And it's because it's the last thing that you usually do. So that's when you run into problems, and we're just out of time. Connor, get on here and start this shit. Where are you? This is what makes what we do fun. Everybody, look at all these guys here. They're just here to help. I want to thank the guys here at Temple City Power Sports for sponsoring us a brand new 2011 Honda Ruckus for this build. You know, we appreciate your support and for just believing in us. So we hope we don't disappoint you guys. Without further ado, I present to you Game Over.
That is absolutely spectacular compared to a stock one. What they've done is just absolutely an amazing piece of machinery. I knew nothing what to even expect of this bike. To see what the progress that came through is absolutely amazing to me.
That's the best thing they've ever built.
Good work, guys. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful.
Easily outdid themselves this time.
So all the work we put into this, and we finally get to ride it, it's so amazing. And I can just see from the people's reactions when we're on the road that they're really digging it, and it's something that they've never seen before. And all three of us, we can't wait to see this on an episode because that whole journey's been so long, kind of forgot what we went through. It was pretty brutal. There was a lot of late nights. It was a stubborn build.
As you can see, not even scooters are safe from customization here on iKuztom. Check back next time. We'll give you plenty of crazy custom bikes. Peace.